Good morning everyone, it's Cail. Today I'm going to be working on a new cross stitch project, Mini Boho Seaside. It's by Aimee Stewart. You can see the image there on the screen. So I haven't been live for a week or whatever. Just been busy cross stitching and dealing with just like little cross stitch issues. Okay, so the Once Upon a Fairy Tale I'm doing on 16 count 2/1 10 stitch, so just the half cross stitch. The reason why I'm doing it that way is just a really big project and it will take me years to do it, and so I'm a boomer older person, so I'm just gonna kind of try and give myself more time on that, if that makes any sense. Okay, this one here, it's smaller and I'm going to do full cross stitch. Alright, so I'm doing 2/1 on 18 count. It's not pre-gridded, I just kind of drew some really light lines, and I kind of found out like how to wash those out later on, but it's going to be full coverage. So I started it, and then it was getting really hard to push the needle through the holes, like finding where, like, it was just like, I'm like, what's going on here? Why is it like, it felt just tight and kind of bulky. I don't know, maybe because I've been doing the 10 stitch on the 16 count, it just kind of just goes really easily through the holes. So here I'm just kind of running into some problems. So what I thought I would do is try the diagonal parking method that I believe it's on Gemma Stitches on her channel, where she's basically going down the diagonal but not boxing any squares, any spaces, if that makes sense. So I just kind of worked so I could get to a point where I will have a diagonal. And I'm going to start trying to do the method that she uses. So let me go ahead and get the some music going in the background, softly quiet. The dogs are sleeping and the heat is off at the moment. But boy, when that thing goes on, it's really noisy. Okay, so I'm using, I think this is a 28 needle. I have a bigger one, but I have a feeling that might be more difficult. Like I believe the bigger needles go with the larger Aida count, so I'm not going to use that one. So I'm just going to kind of try and see how that's going to go. So I've got Pattern Keeper here, and this is where I'm going to start. So I've got my diagonal lines going through here. They're green. I wish I could make the diagonal color like a little bit better. I don't know, let me see. Go into settings. I've tried a couple of different colors. I tried blue, I tried yellow. I don't know, maybe pink. Pink is kind of the color that I'm using for the park threads. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe a little bit better. Looks like running through here like that. Okay, so she says she works kind of from the right to the left, and I'm used to working from the left to the right, so this would be something new for me. I also don't have this on a stand or anything. I'm just going to hold it for right now while I'm filming, because the stand's out in the living room. So I'm assuming that I would just do, let me see, that I would just do these two because they're within this diagonal space that runs this way. And and the other ones are down here. And I kind of have a short thread. I don't know, in the other video I mentioned that I had, when I was trying to put one of my black skeins of thread on the floss drop that I made, I cut it too short. So I have like some short black threads that I can use for just like a couple of stitches, so I probably like won't bring it down here and park it there. And then what I'll do is go next to this heart shape and like finish here. Well, like where I can without blocking anything in. So I'm gonna kind of experiment with that method. I'm kind of doing something similar with the other one, with Once Upon a Fairy Tale, but yeah, we'll see. So I was actually doing the start for this, oh my god, in hand, right? And I was like, okay, this is starting to get like really super tough. Maybe I need to put it under some kind of tension. So I put it on this square, well, it's kind of like rectangular embroidery hoop. So the Once Upon a Fairy Tale is actually on a Q-snap. And so what I may do is, I should have done the heart first. Okay, well, whatever. I just thought about that. That's stupid, because now I'm going to box that in. Oh my god. This is what happens when you try doing a different method. But I'm going to go ahead and just do these 2 stitches since I already started. And of course my eyesight has just been kind of troublesome. I don't know if that's because I've been stitching a lot. Maybe my eyes are tired. Then the other thing that I've been trying to do is finishing off with the pin stitch, because before I just had like, you know, just brought it to a different area and just had like the little tail hanging out. So I've been trying to do the pin stitch. By the way, I don't have the auto focus turned on because it's really irritating, because it goes whoo hoo hoo hoo. I don't even know if I'm doing this thing right, this little pin stitch. And it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? So like, I really like literally don't understand. I kind of understand how it's supposed to work, but for some reason, like trying to get the needle between these threads, it keeps wanting to go in the hole. I'm like, I guess it's because they're so tight. I mean, like, am I supposed to come through a hole up from the bottom? Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, maybe I just can't do it. Like, I just don't have that ability, because I try and get it like this. I'm gonna put it over here, and I kind of wiggle, and okay, that worked. Maybe the wiggle method works. I'm assuming you just go down again in the same kind of spot. I've never used the pin stitch, so I'm not familiar with it. That's just gonna have to work. And then I think I saw how they just kind of bring it over a little bit like this, and then just kind of snip it. That's what I saw somebody do. Are you supposed to do that? I have no idea. So you can see how short that little piece of black thread was. It's so dumb. Can't believe I did that. Okay, so let me mark those. Done. So now let's go. Okay, so let me bring this over. So I'm going to do this heart and this heart. Then I'll come, well, I'll come down like along the edge here. Here. And then I'll try and get these where I kind of box these in here. I'm going to try and go, like, make a better line here. Still working on it. Who would have thought that, what color am I looking for? Let's see here. It's the heart. It's 22. So I just bought the colors that I was missing. I haven't even put them on bobbins or anything, or on a floss drop. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to do this. First of all, when you haven't done it for a long time, so you have to kind of get back into the feel of it, the flow of it. You know, working with the floss. trying to not have any tangles. So right now I'm just, this is really winging it, but I'm just going to wrap this around here. Later on I'll put it on a floss drop. I don't want to put it on the bobbin. I've been looking at different floss storage systems. I like those little floss chips that are from that company out in the UK. It's pretty pricey though to get them all for the whole set of DMC colors. But I like them. But I like kind of making my own as well. I mean, I'm sure it's cheaper to make my own, but maybe more time consuming. And I don't know. I'll have to think about the time it takes to do that as opposed to just buying them already. I kind of like the fact also that those floss chips, they're pre-printed with the color on there. That's pretty cool. I'll stick this fat needle out of the way so I don't use it. And then I am the worst needle threader. It always like just tends to pull one side or the other. And I gotta re-straighten them out. I know there's probably a way to do it better, but what can I say? So yeah, so this morning when I was stitching, I was just noticing that I was starting to have an issue with figuring out where to, you know, to get the needle, like right now, like even like getting the needle to come up in the right spot without splitting the thread and so forth. I forget like where I had gotten to when I first started, like the first pass through. And then I realized that I had lost my stitch ripper. And so I had to order another one from Amazon, wait for that to come in. And that's when I was thinking, well, maybe I should just do 1/1. And then I tried it, and it was like, no, this doesn't really like look very good. So I was hoping that putting this on the hoop would give me better tension, maybe a little bit, but I don't like the way it's coming out. Like, I don't like the way it's working. Like, why is it doing that? It's just irritating. And then I've kind of got like the stitch is like crooked and not perfectly straight. Why it's doing that, I don't know. These are the issues that I run into. Okay, so I've got those two. That was that boxed in stitch. Okay, so now going down the diagonal, I would probably, the other thing I don't like about the pin stitch, it leaves that little bit, and I'm like, is that part of a stitch that I did wrong? Jesus. I guess I can do, okay, so this diagonal ends kind of here. It's down like that. Yeah, so this is where I'm like, just, okay, so let's go and do, I just have to figure out a bit of a better way. I mean, I'm sure it's easier if I was doing, say, like 14 count Aida, but really, this piece of fabric would be so big, and I'm already disliking the other project in the sense that there's just so much fabric hanging around on the right side of the project, and trying to keep that out of the way is really a pain. What's going on back here? Nothing. Is there? No. Right, so I hope that nobody ever says to anybody, cross stitch is easy, because it's not really. I find this to be much more difficult than diamond painting. I didn't do those two. And then when Pattern Keeper decides that it's gonna just pick every stitch that your finger touches and you don't want it to, you're like, oh my god. Okay, so now I'm like kind of, so if I do all of these three right here, I won't be boxing anything in. So the question is, I guess I start on the inside. And for some reason, just getting this needle, I mean, maybe do I need a different needle? I don't know. This is a, I forget the name of the brand. I have it, I'll check in just a second. Also, I haven't done a full cross stitch project since, you know, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Now, I know one lady does every single stitch individually, and some people, some other ladies, will go across the row, like kind of like I'm doing, and go one way and then go back and do the cross. I forget what that method is called. Snake? No, I don't know. I don't know which is better. Okay, those are those three. So again, I can go and do these three without boxing anything in. Oh, let me go look at the, oh my gosh. And I also, like, been trying to do two-handed. Two-handed stitching with the Once Upon a Fairy Tale that's on the stand. Oh my gosh, my left hand is so uncoordinated. But I want to practice, because I'm sure it makes things easier. But I might not be able to be successful at that. Okay, why do I keep... Let me see here. So I've got like all my boxes here on my right side. Let's see, let me tell you the needles. These are the needles. Bohin. They're made in France. These are Tapestry, 28. And then these here are the 26s. And then I've got some older, like a bunch of old ones here. I don't even know what sizes those are. And then I did get like a whole container. These are 24s. There's like 30 in here or something. I don't know. I have enough needles. I haven't lost any yet. Thank goodness. I remember when I was probably in like 5th or 6th grade, 4th grade, I don't know, somewhere back then. My mom stepped on a needle and it broke off in her foot, so she had half of it in her foot. Yeah, that was no fun. Okay, so let's see here. So now we've got this long row, And I'm assuming that I just go ahead and do all of these and then do this one here. Because if I go and I continue down here, I'm just going to box all those in. Okay. So here's the question. So I'm on... So I guess I can just go from here. Go from right to left. So one of my dogs, her name is Evie, like a Pokemon. She got her anal gland infected, some sort of bacteria. So I looked back there one day when she was out in the yard doing her business, and I saw like a dark, like it was dark back there, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Because she's white. She's a white dog. And it was like black. And I'm like, what's going on? And so, let my husband know, and when he got home from work, he took a look and he's like, yeah, I'm taking her to the vet. So it turns out that her anal glands were, or one of them was infected, which I guess happens to some dogs, especially like smaller breeds, like Chihuahuas. So she's on antibiotics and pain pills because it looked really uncomfortable. I mean, anything in that region, whether you're a dog or a person, is like, ow. Yeah. But she's feeling better. So I've been dealing with that. Brought out, I have a blanket that was from my mom. It's got cats on it, so I use that as a dog blanket. So I brought that out, put that on the couch for her, so she could be all nice and comfortable. She likes getting under the blanket. Chihuahuas are big nesters. They love being under the blanket. Like right now, the little baby, she's on my bed, on the day bed, under a blanket. It's hilarious. Then they'll like turn around in a circle, and then Lily has a tendency to use her mouth to try and like manipulate the blanket to certain shapes or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, can you just lie down? It's hilarious. They're so funny. So I think maybe later on this afternoon, if I have the energy and the patience, I will do a gaming stream. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so there's that dumb pin stitch that makes me think that it's a half stitch. So that means I did it wrong. But I'm going to go over it with this color. So I tried this game called the Magical Mixture Mill. I did not like it. The movement and the controls were kind of wonky, and I just couldn't do it. I don't know why game developers just can't make a game that runs smoothly. Like, Lord have mercy. And works, you know, the way it's supposed to. Okay, so I'm going to go over here into this corner and go over that little pin stitch there. I like that little song that's playing on Spotify. It's cute. Okay, now, so here's where I'm like, ooh, stop that. I did all these. I did this one. Okay. So I think where's like I go. Maybe I'll do 2 there and 2 there. If I do these bottom ones here, that one and that one and that one, I'll box this in. But I think I can just do this one, this one, this one, and this one, following this method. So hopefully, change position here. Ugh. So I'm kind of leaning over a little bit. So I'm in my office here. Okay, so that's down here. There's that dumb pin stitch. Yeah, I have to get used to seeing those little bits of thread kind of poking through there for the pin stitches, because I'm not used to seeing that. Because usually when I have like these little pieces, once I know that they're covered, I just cut them off and like you don't see them. The only thing is they do have a tendency to get in the way when you're trying to do that particular square. So there was one stitch I did wrong. I had to cut it out. I went over to some blind. Okay, so that's 2. So then let's go down and do this one. I can get it in there. I could put my my magnifying glasses on the little readers I bought. But then when I try and look over at Pattern Keeper, it's all out of focus. So, like, oh my god. I'm not going to take them on, put them back off, take them on, put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off. Okay, so there's that one. So if I do this one, or I can do that one. There's that dumb pin stitch right there. Let's see if I can. I'll probably have to get another piece of thread. Okay. So then we're going to try and do this little pin stitch again. Kind of wriggle it. It's ridiculous. There's got to be a better way. I don't know what a better way is. Right? So let's get some more of that. Let me mark these. Yeah, see, I did those 2 and these 2. Yeah, I've got to take this off of here. It's just, but I have all these colors that I bought for this project that I didn't have because they're not used in Once Upon a Fairy Tale. So I have to take all of those and put them on floss drops. Maybe I'll put a movie on and do that and not stitch. I was gonna do some gaming. I mean, I tried that one game that I ended up not liking, and then I was thinking of playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I think I kind of burned myself out a bit prepping for the expansion and then playing the expansion for a bit, and I think I'm kind of burned out on it at the moment. Of course, I could do my trusty dusty Animal Crossing, but I kind of want to try something new now that it's the new year. But the game that I'm waiting for, well, there's a couple, aren't out yet. One of them's Ova Magica, and then the other one is, I think it's called Fantasy Life I or something like that. So I'm waiting on that one to come out. Okay, so I I can't do these, because if I do these here, I'll box that in. I'm thinking. So I think it's not this color. Oh my lord. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take that off. Okay. Right, so I can't do those because I'll box these in right here. What's going on down here? What's this? 890. I can do those two. And I'll probably need to like do this over here so I can finish out this like diagonal path that I'm following. And then these. Okay, so let's try that one. 890. Let's see. Thread boxes everywhere. Okay, let's see. This is one of the reasons why this method sucks. All these little things hanging out. Even though you try and get them in there. 890. They're like hanging out. That's why I'm looking for another method. You know, I've got my I can't get it in the camera, but so I've got like my floss drop. These are the ones I made, the different color backs. Why is this on here like that? No idea. And this is okay. This is not bad. The one thing that I've noticed that has happened is, so say like, they're on a hanger next to me, is this one here. I see that wrinkle. That's from being on the bobbin so long. Now, am I going to take the time to iron this? Hell no. I'm not. First of all, I hate ironing. I never have liked it. Although my mom and I did a job once when I got separated from my one of my exes. I came down to be by my mom. Lived with her for a bit, and once I kind of, you know, got over the trauma, you know, understanding that I'm actually going to get a divorce. We got a job as Merry Maids for a while. Okay, where am I going here? I need to move this over. Maybe that's not right. Yeah, that's right. Well, I think I'll do these 2 stitches. They're right here, because they're the ones that are the most boxed in at the moment. So anyway, so we're working as I can't see what I'm doing. Merry Maids and cleaning people's houses. Wow, there's this one lady. She was a smoker. Her house was filthy. Everything had nicotine on it. It was disgusting. And I was a smoker at the time, and even I thought it was disgusting. See, I'm trying to get this in the hole. Yeah, it was awful. But we got this one job. So they would give you like an assignment. Then you go take care of it, and then you would, you know, say, okay, I'm done with that house, and then they'd give you another assignment. Oh my God, getting this in the, this is why I was having issues. Because it's like, kind of like packed back there. And getting the needle through. It's just ridiculous. Let's see. This is why I'm going to that other method. So I don't have this boxed in stitch issue. And also I cannot see because I'm blind. Let me see. Try to hold it up better. Anyhow, so we got this assignment to go do this ironing project for these a Tommy Hilfiger, I don't know, some kind of fashion show or something. And so we spent the whole entire day. Why is this stitch right there? That must be a pin stitch. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even look right. Anyhow, yeah, so we ironed the whole day. And after that, I was like, I hate ironing with a passion. And I don't want to do it unless I absolutely have to. So I might iron like once or twice a year. Something. I don't know what's going on here. I wonder if I can move this light a little closer. See how that looks. So I can see what I'm doing. I'm not going out into the living room to get those glasses. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to box in any stitches. Okay, that's those two. Let me see. And there's one more. How long is this thread? Not very long, but it may work just for this one down here. So there's another one down here. So I may park this. Why can't I just go in there without... Okay, let's park it there. Okay, those are done, and then that one is parked. So I was talking to my husband about making me a more sturdy stand so that I can do my floss tubes a little bit easier without actually having to hold it, because my hand starts to get tired. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So down along this edge here. So probably would be, I guess, this one. Maybe like working, or, I mean, that's not boxed in, is it? Well, it is like sort of. Yeah, I guess maybe if I fill this in to try and come down an actual more diagonal line. So if I do this one, then this one, then that one. These are all 4 different colors right there. 5 with the double line, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 colors right there. I wonder if I'm gonna have like parking thread hell. So this is 3064. Let's see where that is. Let's see here. So I've also been working on my website, celestialrealms.com. And what's going on here? Oh God, I hate these bobbins. Oh, it was splitting. So I don't think I've used this color for a bit. There's 1100 stitches, so I won't make it too long with this color. So I kept getting an application error from the web hoster, so I've got to talked to my brother. He said he's going to call me today sometime. He's my tech support and my web hoster guy. Ask him what the hey is going on, because you know, I need my website working so I can work on it. And I just made a video about Ancient Worlds, which is kind of an online home for me and has been for a long time. And Ancient Worlds has a bunch of my graphics linked there. And so when I was doing the video, all these images were broken. It's like, seriously? Because the website was down. So hopefully he can figure out what's going on with that. Okay, let's see here. I think that people who cross stitch have to have a lot of patience, because there's a lot going on. Like, really? See, diamond painting is easier. You just take the drills, you put them in your little tray, and you just take your pen, you know, put some wax in the pen. That's not really difficult to do. See if I can thread this better. Yeah. Just think about it more. Okay, so we're going to do that one stitch, and then I'm going to park it. Okay, so this is where that's parked there. Yeah, these little pin stitches are really messing with my mind, because they look like quarter stitches. And they're not. Oh my gosh. Let's go in this. I don't even know what's going on here. Let me see. Why is this stitch here over that? I'm not going to worry about it. I think what I'm going to do is go over it like that. It's going to look funny, but oh well, it's not going to be perfect. What can I say? Oh shoot. Quit it. And what happened there? Nothing. What's going on here? What am I doing? Give me this. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. This is what happens when... Wait. No, that's right. Does it look funny? Yeah. Okay, what's going on here? That's the parked stitch. So the question is here, and I have no fingernails, so I can't really easily separate these. Okay. So I want to go up there. Like that. I still think it looks funny, but okay. And then I'm going to park that. here. Oh, that was fun. Oh, God. It's kind of why having it on a on the stand makes it easier once you start having all these park threads. Just logistically. Yeah. Okay. So that was that. So I guess what the next one is, this one, this one. So I would do 2 of them. And then what part, what, I have it parked there. I'm not boxing in these stitches because this is a bitch to get them in and out of there. What if I just do this one? What if I do these 3 here and then I can work down? Okay, what's this one? Oh, it's 37.22. So that was this one here. Okay, right? Yeah. Logistics. I still don't like the way that kind of came out, but I don't know what's going on there. It's not bad. It will do. And it's not like anybody's going to look at this with a magnifying glass. And I kind of, you know, now that I've gotten back into cross stitch, I'm thinking about it. It's a shame that the bigger, oh, my knees, the Aida count, doesn't really work with like a bigger project, because I mean the fabric, it would be just gigantic, right? So you have to do just smaller pieces. But working with these smaller counts, you know, 18 count, 20 count, 22, I don't know how people do 25 or 28 or whatever. I think that's insane. But okay, so then this is going to be parked next to this other one. Yeah, I just don't know how they do it. It's so difficult. Okay, so now we're going to do these 2. So let's look for this one. This one. That's 30-12. Let's see. How long have I been going? 48 minutes. I feel like I've been running in a marathon and I'm just cross stitching, right? What am I looking for? 30-12. It's not in this box. It's in this one. I think. I am happy about the way the Once Upon a Fairy Tale is coming out. I've just been stitching on that like a fiend. Just love it. It's not dark like this because, of course, it's not a full cross stitch. But I kind of like the little slightly, kind of looks kind of like faded. It's kind of cool looking. But I can see why somebody would want to do a full cross stitch on it, but I just don't have the time. If I was 20 years younger, I would probably do it. But I'm not 20 years younger. And as it is, it's going to take several years. Why do I keep tangling that? To get that one done. So I figured I might as well go ahead and do that in a half cross stitch. So I can finish it in this lifetime. I don't have anybody to leave it to work on it, so. Like if I croak over before I'm done with it, or with any of my diamond paintings or any of my cross-stitch projects, I have no idea what my husband's going to do with them. I mean, I literally don't know. He'd just probably throw them in the trash. I don't know. I don't know. He might ask around at work if anybody has a wife that's interested in it. But I know my daughters don't care. Wouldn't be interested at all. Okay, let's see. So there's the 550. The other thing that you have to get used to when you start a new project is the thread colors and the numbers. And you kind of get to know, like when I'm doing the Once Upon a Fairy Tale, like I know when it's asking, when that symbol comes up, I'm like, okay, that's 550. Like I already know, so that's handy. But right at the beginning, you're kind of like, I have no idea what that color is. And of course, there's so many colors. Okay, this one here. Hold on. I don't have a needle minder on here. I have to take it off the other one. And I'm gonna pull this one here. Come here. That one here. And I want to... What am I doing? I guess go up on this side. Like that. Okay. So I've got these two there. I'm going to park this right there. Okay. Lord of mercy. And then it's parked here. Okay, so the next one. So here's where we're at. So I'm going to do that one. And it doesn't look like it's like way far away. I'm not going to carry it over there. So I'll just finish this one. And then I'll go here. So that's this purple. I think that's why I was using such a short thread, because I knew that it wasn't going to carry over. I wonder if there's a better needle threader, although this one isn't too bad. I know there's one that has like a little hook on it. It like catches the thread. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here's where I'm going to make a decision. I hate the pin stitch. It's just messing with me. So I think what I'm going to do is just do it the way that I have down here with these little things. Just bring it over here. I don't know, not too far away. Like that. I'd rather deal with that than like get freaked out, like why is that there? It looks like a quarter stitch. Yeah, okay, so I did that one. Right. Okay, so here we've got that one that's already parked. So I'll probably do all 4 of those and then park it there. I think I'm following the process the way it's supposed to work. But I know that once I get rid of some of those ones that were blocked in, okay, let's see, it's not this. It'll be easier because I won't have any of the blocked colors there. So that's this one. This is 612. So hubby had a friend over on Saturday. They were working on cars out in the garage. So I decided I would, I was waiting for football to come on. So I decided I'd go ahead and do like a whole music crazy thing. So I had the music just totally blaring, just head banging out to my music on SoundCloud. I did listen to one of my son's songs, but it started making me sad, so I had to change it. How can I get this through here? Oh my gosh. Like literally, like trying to get this needle up in here. There. It's a real pain in the neck. Why? I don't know. And then of course, I can't see like where it's supposed to go. Difficulties. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this one. Let's see. I'll just individual them all the way over to the end. I don't know, maybe when you're doing a full cross stitch, it's better when you're working with, oh my God, where is this? These small counts, like, 18 and whatever. That looks awful. Maybe it's better to work from the top to the bottom instead of from the bottom to the top. That X looks awful. I'm not redoing it. I would be taking out every single cross stitch in here. I don't know why it just didn't, that one didn't come out nice. Yeah, I wish I could make my stitches look better. Maybe once I start like not having anything boxed in, it'll look better. But really, like you almost can't tell. I mean, you almost can't tell that those are X's, right? It just looks like thread on there. Almost like embroidery stitches. Yeah, that's because these are the count so small. I think that when you're on like a 14 count or 11 or 16, even 16, but 11, 14, and 16, you can see the X's better. But I think once you start getting into these higher numbers, 18 and 20, 25, whatever, the definition of the X goes away and all you just see is just the color, unless you're really looking up close. But that's my opinion on it. Okay, so I did those 4 awful looking X's, cross stitches. I'm going to mark all those done. Okay. And I was going to park it. Okay, so I've got this is so weirding me out. So I'm showing 2. Okay, I've got these 2 here, right? I've got these 2 here. So when I look at Pattern Keeper, I only show one thread parked there. So what did I do? Right? Okay, so let's take a look. So this is 3064. This one here, this must be 3722. But when I parked it here, I didn't mark it on there because I guess I moved on to another color. Duh. So I have to remind myself to be more careful, more mindful of marking when I park. Okay, now it looks better. Makes more sense. So here's how it looks. So I had two side by side, and that one actually wasn't marked as parked. Duh. Okay, so I can do this one stitch and that's it, and then I would park it there. But I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do those two stitches. Do these two because they're not going to block anything in, and then park it here, park it there. So that color there, yeah, it's just it's like a puzzle, and I know it's going to take me, I don't know if it's going to take me longer, but I'll spend more time deciding, you know, deciding what to do. So like, you know, once I get this little mess that I had going on where I just did like my start trying to get like a diagonal going, once I kind of have more of a diagonal going, then I can like follow these actual diagonal lines, these pink lines. So like I would go down here. I wonder if I should put it in the 20. No, I guess that's fine. So then I would do like this color here. So then I would do, where's my little thing? So then I would do, say, like this color, right? And then I'll come down and I'll do this one, that one stitch. Then I'll do, no, I wouldn't do that. I would come down and do, I want to get rid of these. Well, actually, that's part of me fixing the diagonal. So yeah, so maybe do that and then do this. Try and fix this line going down this way. I don't think it's ever gonna be like perfectly diagonal, because you're gonna have like, you know, some, it's not like one by one by one by one. You're gonna have maybe like two or maybe three or whatever, you know, kind of sticking out, so it'll be uneven. But mainly my goal is to not have those spaces blocked in, because I'm having such a hard time getting the needle to go through the hole once it's blocked in, because the thread's in there just hogging the space, trying to fit your needle in there and put it in the right spot because it's so small. You know, because if you see, I mean, it's just small. Like, I can't even imagine if this was 22 count. I would, you know, I would just stop. It's like, I can't do this. Yeah. But so far, I mean, I'm liking how it looks. The picture's really pretty. And I'm a big, big, big beach fan. I'm a beach baby. I was born on a tropical island. I was born in Puerto Rico. So, and I like the boho style. If you look at my website, you can kind of see that boho style all throughout there with the graphics that I've made for it. And so this image was perfect. When I saw it, I was like, I want to do that one. And I like plants, so that's like perfect. And seashells. So anyhow, I will continue on with this. I'm probably going to try and get a little bit further down the diagonal on this one before I get back to Once Upon a Fairy Tale. And then what I'll probably do is just alternate them. You know, one day I'll work on the big project, the next day I'll work on this smaller project, and then maybe like a couple times a week I'll pick up the Mirabilia Cassiopeia project that I have that I'm working on, and then I'm also working on the Two Swans in a Pond, but I'll probably only work on that one like a couple times a month, because these other two are really more my favorite. And then the Mirabilia one is just mainly to get to the point where I can kind of challenge myself with putting the beads on the fabric. That'll be interesting. If I can barely get like the needle through these freaking holes, like it's going to be a hilarious attempt to try and do beading on this as well. So anyhow, get a drink here while I think about how difficult that's going to be. My little playlist stopped playing. Spotify's like, you're done, Cail, get off the screen. Okay, so if you're lurking, thanks for watching. If you come back later after I'm live, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. I put my gaming videos over on Gaming with Cail, so you can go over there and subscribe if you want to check those gaming videos out. And then I've got my personal channel. I don't really have like videos on there per se. I mean, I put the Ancient Worlds video there because I didn't have any other place to put it. And I think I put my book review there, so that might be just be like a place for miscellaneous videos that I come across that I feel like doing, you know, and then just keep the gaming on the Gaming with Cail, and then all the crafting, so that would be like the diamond painting, the cross stitch, and the drawing, coloring, all on. And if I get around to the crochet, but I'm kind of like not into crochet right at the moment, but I may do some crochet streams down the road, and those will be here on Celestial Realms. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. And you know, I don't even know like what day it is. What day is it? It's a Thursday. I lose track of time. That's what happens when you're retired. You're not on a schedule. You're not like Monday through Friday I have to go to work, Saturday, Sunday I have off. So you always know like what day it is. Half the time I ask my husband, it's like, what day is this? You know. So anyways, have a great Thursday. Try and make the world a better place. Be gentle with yourself. Smile. Don't take the little things for granted. Observe everything. Appreciate everything. The world is a fascinating place, and it has a lot to offer everyone if we just work to make it a better place. So I'll see you next time.